For You is a series of performance works for specific audiences of 12. We find 12 diverse individuals, we get to know them over, a couple of months, and then we go back to the studio and we respond to them. We make a bunch of work based on what we discovered about them, what we know about them, what we don't know about them, and then we represent all of those findings to them in a day-long adventure.
For You, in a nutshell, I would say, is this tool, a theatrical tool to get people across a diverse spectrum of the population to come together and kind of get to know each other through performance.
We hope that strangers can experience a moment of unusual intimacy and togetherness.
I think love, if we can, if wrenched from cheap sentimentality, actually has the potential to flourish as an ethic or as a politic or as a way of making experimental performance, a way of doing research. And I'm interested in love as a methodology. What is it to fall in love with your audience? What is it to fall in love with an idea? What is it to fall in love with theater and performance? And how can we work from there? It's a little embarrassing to say that, I guess, but I don't know why. But it feels cheesy or something, but it's true, and I'll sit in that, actually. That these are little small acts of love, and I love it.
My grandparents, my dad's parents' names were Phyllis and Milton, and they were my biggest fans. And after every single show, they said, honey, we don't understand it, but we love you. And that was what they would just say over. And so when they became too ill to come to shows, I had this idea of making a piece in their house that was for them. I really wanted to make something that they would like. It was no longer about making something that kind of existed to process my own heartache or grief or whatever, that it was really about trying to think through what kind of experiences they were craving and how I could kind of serve that. It shifted the way I started feeling in relation to my own creativity.
Think about strippers, or think about striptease, or singing grams, or clowns at a party. What are the small things you could do for another person that would be a gift, a performative gift for them?
Curiosity is kind of like a maze and kind of like a trap. Once you start looking into something, there's a door that slams behind you and you just can't stop looking. And I felt that with each of our audience members, that the moment they open the front door, you go into the living room, and then you look at a picture, and then the picture leads to a story, and then the story leads to another picture, which leads to a box under the bed, which leads to a scarf, which leads to a photograph.
We were very protective of them and felt very precious and felt very this kind of effusive gratitude for going along with us on this experiment. In the end, we really realized it was such a gift to them that they were very grateful too to have had the experience of being on the inside of it and having this world created about them for them. I just really want to share power. I just really feel like it'd be awesome if everybody in every role was heard and could contribute to whatever this power structure is.
It's about feeling like you have a right to live inside of the work as you are.
There's instructions on the thing we're listening to, and we have to follow the instructions.
Okay. Sounds good, Wig. Thank you.
Let's check in.
Ready?
Everybody ready?
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, go!
This is the concept. Okay, so we're gonna find a fingerprint. We're going to sprinkle some of the fingerprint powder onto the glass. And then we're going to use a piece of tape to lift it off, and then we're going to push it onto this paper. 5, 6, 7, 8, light up my life.